All right, folks. The story on Donald Trump and Natalie Harp continues to get worse by the day. We've known that their relationship was weird. The love letters prove that. The closeness between them proved that as well. But now, there's a legal concern in a national security. Concern with their relationship based on this new reporting. Check this out. According to CNN, deleted tweets show Natalie Harp's zealous support of Donald Trump on January 6th, and T-Social media account has now been wiped from the internet. You cannot find it. You cannot find the tweets. And that was done for a reason. And also, on top of this, it's not just a weird social media account that Natalie Harp operated. It's also this. We are also learning that she was behind a memo that Donald Trump sent out attempting to cover up his attempts to overturn the 2020 election. She is implicated. She is part of it. And the relationship is much deeper than some weird letters that she sent him, which are very, very concerning. This, I think, maybe takes the cake. So, we're going to get into this topic. We're going to get into this reporting, and we're going to go through all of it. Despite Donald Trump and the Republicans clutching their pearls saying, you can't talk about Natalie Harp. We absolutely should. Please make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about the story. And let's dive in here, shall we? Years before Natalie Harp became a key White House aide to Donald Trump, she flooded her Twitter feed with posts demonstrating an extraordinary devotion to him. On January 6, 2021, a CNN review of Harp's now removed X account, previously Twitter, found that Harp posted more than 150 tweets on January 6th, urging Republicans to fight for Trump as he began his speech near the White House. She echoed the president's talking points that the election was stolen and amplified rhetoric of his allies, who also sought to undermine the legitimacy of Joe Biden's election win. Harp's X account appears suspended. It's unclear when her account was taken down, whether she or the platform removed her posts. But here are just some of the deleted tweets from her account. A long list of her just spamming fight for Trump with an American flag. This is her real account. This is a real tweet that she put out. Today, DC is Trump country, and she posted that, of course, at 9 a.m. on January 6th. Here's another one. December 18th, 2019. Vindicate Donald Trump, my God, and plead his cause against an unfaithful nation. Rescue him from those who are deceitful and wicked. I guess she's fitting Donald Trump's name in now for Bible passages. Seems pretty unhinged if you're asking me. Here's another one from January 7th, the day after January 6th. So you had this insurrection, people beating police officers. Donald Trump inciting that insurrection, and she says, "We love you, President," at real Donald Trump. Very weird behavior. Harp's devotion is hardly unusual in Trump's inner circle. The president stocked his White House with loyalists, but her January 6th post offered a public display of fealty as she praised those fighting to keep Trump in office and repeatedly cast him and his allies in heroic terms. Quote, "She has proven to be a totally loyal, sycophantic advisor and staffer for him," said David B. Cohen, a political science professor at the University of Akron who studies the American presidency, which I think is an apt analysis. And let's get into this as well, because this is concerning on top of those tweets. And that now removed, suspended, white, whatever you want to call it, Twitter account. Trump's blonde aide revealed to be behind this 2020 election memo. So check this out. Donald Trump enlisted the help of his adoring aide to write an angry memo, crying fraud in the 2020 election. A new analysis found Natalie Harp, the president's 35-year-old human printer, which is the nickname that she has been given and also gave herself, which is weird, is identified as the document author of a 14-page memo that Donald Trump sent to the January 6th committee after they voted to subpoena him in October of 2022. So she was behind one of Donald Trump's worst memos, full of misinformation, full of lies. That was Natalie Harp. And we also know, of course, that she is behind many of his posts on social media. The metadata of the document indicates that it was created on the morning of October 14th, 2022 by Harp. The data was first reported by independent journalist Marcy Wheeler and independently verified by the Daily Beast. So this is the metadata of that document. It says Donald J. Trump at the header, peacefully and patriotically. October 13th, 2022. But when you look at the information of the document, the author is Natalie Harp. So, they really didn't cover their tracks very well on it. Relationship with Trump. The White House did not respond to a request for comments on the story because, of course, they didn't. Harp began working for Trump in 2022. After leaving her role as anchor and host at the right-wing news network One America News, she earned the moniker Human Printer by following Trump around, fulfilling his every request, including fetching merchandise, performing Google searches, printing stories, and more. The metadata sheds light on how closely Harp has worked with Trump over the years. In 2024, Senator John Barrasso told Fox News that Harp functioned as an extra set of eyes and ears for Donald Trump. Every time I've been with him, she has been close at hand, he said at the time. Senator Lindsey Graham also said, similarly, if you want to get something to Donald Trump, she's the person to talk to. And she was also, of course, at his criminal trial in New York City. Harp herself told Fox News that she provides Trump with a variety of information. For example, here's a quote. During the various witch hunts, I researched what legal experts and scholars were writing about the cases. When we were out campaigning, I monitored reviews to see what parts of the president's messaging were resonating best. I have a big database of websites that I source from. Sometimes I go through back-to-back checking top headlines. And if I see one on an issue that the president has been talking about or that he's interested in, I grab it. Which is her just talking about many things she does for Trump. The Rambling, October 2022. Memo was created a day after the January 6th committee voted to subpoena Trump as part of its investigation. The header said the presidential election of 2020 was stolen. The memo began rehashing claims about the election that Trump lost to Joe Biden. And here's some of it. They're saying the same group of radical left Democrats utilized the majority in Congress to create a fiction of Russia, impeachment, the Mueller report, yada yada. I mean, it's all just full of crap. This memo is being written to express our anger, disappointment, and complaints that with all of the hundreds of dollars spent on what many consider to be a charade in which hunt and despite strong and powerful requests you have not spent. Even a short moment examining the 2020 election, all of this by Natalie Harp, all of it. And you know what's interesting? Republicans are like wondering why people are talking about this story at all. For example, Trisha, who used to work in the Trump administration, said the media's Natalie Harp obsession is borderline psychosis. It's genuinely embarrassing for journalism as a profession. Really. Covering her attempts to also cover up the attempts by Donald Trump to overturn the 2020 election, that is embarrassing. Her role in Donald Trump's crimes, is that embarrassing? Really? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I think people are rightly interested in this story given the fact that, you can't get to Trump without getting through Natalie Harp. Foreign leaders are texting Harp if they can't get to Trump, according to a new report. She is that high up in the White House that she's like a dignitary between foreign leaders and Donald Trump. That I think is worthy of reporting. And also, she has been pictured many times being very close to Donald Trump. This is some new photos that were leaked in this video. Take a look, hanging out with Trump on his plane in this new leaked video. The footage handed to Michael Wolff, who is Donald Trump's biographer while he was reporting on the 2024 campaign shows. Natalie Harp sitting happily in front of a laptop as Macho Man by the Village. People plays through the speakers. So, very close to Donald Trump, obviously, and, that's concerning. That should raise some alarms here. And also, now that we know that she was part of Donald Trump's election denial, the leaked tweets from her deleted Twitter account, there are some questions here. Primera mea, N. I think we're approaching some territory of congressional investigation. And I'm not saying that to be inflammatory. I'm not just saying that for fun. If she was involved in Trump's response to January 6th, if she is this close to Trump, if she is an intermediary between Trump and foreign leaders, maybe the American people should know more about that. Maybe Natalie Harp should be forced to answer under oath about her relationship with Trump and how close she is and what foreign leaders she speaks to on behalf of Donald Trump. And does she do that when he's like falling asleep in meetings? Does she take notes for him from these foreign leaders? I think that's all worthy of questions. And perhaps questions that should be asked by Congress in a hearing that is under oath. But thankfully, Natalie Harp, of course. And Trump's relationship is being called out. Abdullah Al-Saidi, the Democratic nominee for Senate in Michigan, said in response to Trump's attacks toward him, Natalie, I think he's had a little too much iPad for the week. He needs his rest, which I just love. So, weird stuff going on here. And I'm serious. I think we're getting to the point of a congressional investigation, or at least a subpoena getting out to Natalie Harp. But let me know in the comments what you think about all this stuff. The leaked Twitter account, the writing of that memo. It's all very strange. Please make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we will talk soon.